Hi friends, Christy here from Crafty Christy's Creations, and today we're going to be putting together the tape measure box card. And you can see I've already cut all the pieces out, so we'll go ahead and start putting it together. So the first thing you want to do is grab your large pieces here. This is what's going to make up the box, and we're going to go ahead and do some paper piecing. Okay, so you're just going to find the parts that fit on here. Now with this larger one, it is going to fold, and this is going to make the base of the box. So when you fold it together, you want your ruler pieces here and here, and then this will be your middle. So you may just want to lay it like this to start paper piecing so you get it right. And then I'm going to put the smaller number, so the number 2 and 3 is going to go here. And you'll just line that up. This one's going to be number 9. And then the middle piece here will be number 5. And you'll see that the numbers are all on the same side of the ruler, or of the tape measure. So it's going to look like that. I'm going to go ahead and grab some glue and we'll get putting this together. I'm just gonna use a little bit of glue here. So again, I'm just trying to use a little bit of glue, but you do want to try to get glue kind of around the entire design here. So around the numbers, down to the edges, so that way it'll stick nicely. Okay, and then I'm gonna line up, it's gonna fit right on the edge here. So you can either line it up at the top edge or the bottom edge. And I'm trying to line this up more at this top edge so it'll lay perfectly at the bottom. And just press that down. And then I like to use my little piercing tool to come in here to try to get rid of some of this extra glue. It will dry clear, so I'm not super worried about it, but I always like to try to clean it up the best I can. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the other pieces. So again, I'm just gonna flip this over. I'm gonna put a little touch of glue on this edge here. And then, I'm trying to put some bigger dots of glue kind of around my numbers and kind of in between some of these bigger and smaller tick marks. You don't have to do a ton of glue, just enough that it'll stick down and nothing's gonna peel up. Okay, so again, I'm going to start measuring at the top part here and make that flush. And then as you lay it down, everything else will be flush. And then just pressing that down really well to make sure it's glued on there. And then we're down to our last one here on our middle piece. And we're just gonna repeat that same process. So tiny taps of glue along this outer border. And then, being a little more generous with the glue in these bigger areas. Okay, and then so you kind of look at your numbers and you want the number part to be towards the top. So I'm just going to make that nice and flush. and press that down. Okay, I'm gonna set these aside to let them dry. And then the next part we're gonna work with is the base of our card. So this piece here is actually gonna be on the back of the card. And there's a little tick mark on here, and that is where you're going to line up this tiny little piece here. And it has a score mark, and this is just giving this little flap here a little more stability. So I'm folding this piece in half, and I'm going to put glue on just one side of it, and then I'm going to line up the bottom of this to my little score mark on the inside here. So here's my little score mark, and I'm just going to set this right on top. And again, this is just to give it more stability because this does not have much holding this together. And I don't want this to tear open. So now I'm going to lay this down, and then I can put glue on this side of it. And then either, you can open this up and fold it, or you can fold this piece over. And I'm going to fold this one over and make sure that my edges line up nicely. And when everything lines up, then I'm going to just really give that a good press down. All right, so that is your card piece, and now we can open this back up. And you can see, now it's pretty tight. It doesn't want to open completely flat. You might just have to work that a little bit. And then this part here was done in on the sketch tool. And I just used a Sharpie marker, and this is going to be the inside piece that sits here. This is your sentiment, and then you've got room there to write more if you'd like. I'm just going to glue this down. And then this part that says no one measures up, you could do that as a sketch pen. You could do this piece as a print and cut, or use a foil quill, however you want to do it. Or leave it blank and just do your own writing. And then you should have a nice little border all the way around. And I'm just using these little notches here to line this up to get that kind of eyeballed centered. And then just press that down. Okay, we've got that done. Okay, we'll set that aside. And then we've got a few more pieces here. So this is going to be the front of the card. And you'll notice on the little yellow pieces that look kind of circular here, one has a B on it, and that's so you know it goes on the back, so it'll be on the front of your little card piece. And then the other one with no letters goes on the front here. And this is just going to sit kind of in the center. And you want this part here to be kind of towards the top, but not completely at the top. So this is the part I like to line up this little angle right here of the yellow with the little notch, and that's how I've got that lined up. This is the part where you can lock it so that once you pull the tape measure out, it stays where you pull it. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the back of this yellow piece. Okay, so again, I'm gonna put this notch lined up with this notch right there. And then again, just trying to kind of center that. And actually this should go all the way up flush with the edge, the yellow part, and should be flush with this side. So I'm just kind of scooting this along here to get it in the right place, since I kind of forgot my landmarks. So I've got this flush and right at this little notch here, and then I've got the yellow all the way flush to the top and to the side there, and that'll put that in the middle. And then on the front of this, you're going to put the little black with the Happy Father's Day words cut out, and you're just going to center that inside of there. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this. And you do kind of want to try to hit some of these smaller pieces inside the letters the best that you can. And I'm just trying to add a little bit kind of around the edges here. You know, you don't have to get glue everywhere, just enough so that this will hold down. And then we're just going to try to center that on here the best that we can. Again, this is just kind of eyeball centering. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to use my piercing tool again to pick up some of that extra glue around the edges. And then you may need to kind of reposition the inner pieces of some of these letters here to make it straight, because they are pretty flimsy. And now if you wanted to go in and fix kind of under each letter, what you can do is take a scrap. So I've just got a little paper scrap here. And I'm going to put a little touch of glue on there, and then I can go in under each little centerpiece if I need to. Can kind of sneak under there, paint a little glue on the back side of it, and stick that down. And I didn't say it would be easy to do it, but you can do it. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, and then on the back, we've got this piece, and then we've got another, just a black circle. Again, you're just gonna center this on there. So I'm just gonna put some glue on this black circle. And then I'm just going to center this kind of over that, and it should cover the B as well. Okay. And then this is the front. This will be for the back. So again, you want to just open up your card to make sure which side is the top. And then this is going to go on here, and it's going to come up to the top. And you want to try to mirror what it looks like on this side. So again, I'm looking at my little notch, and I'm gonna put this flush against my little notch and all the way flush around the edge so that they mirror each other. Okay, and then we can glue this down. Okay, so again, looking at the notch and putting this right up against the notch there, and then making sure this side is flush, and then this circle will be centered. Okay, now that we've got all the paper piecing done, the last thing we have to do is put together our actual box. So again, we've kind of already folded some of the sides here. Go ahead and finish folding all of the score lines. And then you can fold the score lines on here as well. All right, and then you're gonna open this up and you can lay this in here, and you wanna make sure that you've got it going the correct direction so that all of your numbers face outwards. And then this side of this is gonna go onto the side flap in the center here. So you can either go ahead and put this box together first, and I like to put the largest flap on the outside to help conceal everything. And then you can put this inside one in, or you can go ahead and put the inside in. And what you're gonna do is I like to line up. These two will just make a complete box by itself. So I'm just gonna put some glue on the top of this because I like to put this one towards the back. So we'll put some glue on here. And then I'm just gonna line this up flush to the crease of this one. And I'm gonna fold this flap over. And give that a second. And then what we're gonna do is come over to this side. Now we can fold this the other direction to make sure they're nice and flush. Looks like it needs a little help. Getting it right to the edge. Okay, so now you fold it that way, make it nice and flush. Okay, now I'm gonna put glue on this one. Sorry friends, my video cut out. So what I was doing was just folding up this last edge here. You're gonna make that flush. And then all you have left to do is add your pieces to the front. I put the Happy Father's Day on the front. And then on the back, I just added the little note card here that says no one measures up. So then that'll be the back. So here is what your completed card looks like. So you've got your tape measure pieces on the front and they've got some good depth to them. And then as you turn it to the back, this is where you've got your message hidden, okay? And then this folds flat and it fits in a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch envelope. So perfect for mailing for Father's Day. And there is also a happy birthday piece in the file as well. So if you wanted to do this for a male birthday or any birthday really, someone's birthday instead of Father's Day, that is also an option. So in the description of this video, I will link to where you can purchase this card. And then also up here, you will see a link to some other cards that are good for Father's Day as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.